Welcome to the Transportation or Shift Your Ride action category. Transportation is the largest source of carbon pollution in the U.S. and makes up about 40% of the average basic household emissions. Why is transportation the largest? What are some of the solutions? In the U.S., most cities and towns were built or expanded after the invention of the automobile. As communities grew, city planners and developers designed our communities to rely on cars to get around. As a result, in many places, cars are the typical way to get to work, run errands, and meet up with friends. The main impact on climate change comes from how we power our cars and trucks. Most cars are powered by fossil fuels like gasoline or diesel. Burning gasoline creates carbon dioxide, or CO2, the primary gas responsible for climate change. Burning gasoline also creates air pollution, including smog, a dangerous form of air pollution that can seriously impact our health. The solution? Shift away from fossil fuels to power our cars, trucks, trains, and buses with clean, healthy, climate-safe, renewable electricity. How you can help. There are 4 main actions you can take to reduce your impact. One easy action you can do right away is to get creative and explore ways to drive less. We often don't think about how much and where we drive. Consider your normal trips and routines. If you have a few errands to run, plan it out to combine them all in one trip. You'll reduce miles traveled and save gas money and time. For weekend outings or going out to a restaurant, consider choosing someplace closer to home more often. There are probably many great things to do locally. Most people can set a goal to reduce their average miles traveled by 10 or even 20%. This is a great way to quickly make a difference and save money. The second action is to leave your car behind. There are a few ways to do this. If you have public transportation options available locally, taking the train, subway, or bus is a great way to reduce your impact and skip the stress of driving in traffic. You can also consider carpooling or working from home, called telecommuting. Many employers offer carpool programs and telecommute options. For short trips, consider biking or walking. Did you know that nearly 20% of all trips are 1 mile or less? And 50% are 3 miles or less. Biking or walking for short trips is a great way to significantly lower your impact and stay healthy. Many cities are expanding public transportation and biking options, so it's easier than ever to get around without a car. The third action is to go electric. If you need to drive a car, a longer-term solution is to consider choosing an electric or hybrid vehicle the next time you're ready to replace your car. Electric vehicles, or EVs, are actually one of the most important long-term solutions to climate change. With EVs, we can use clean, climate-safe, renewable electricity to power our cars. EVs are climate-friendly, very low maintenance, and save a lot of money on fuel, on average $1,000 to $2,000 a year or more, the most savings of any action. The cost of EVs is dropping and is comparable to gas-powered cars for some models, with more coming soon. There are also federal tax credits and some state and local rebates depending on where you live. There are also more and more used EVs available that can really save families a lot of money. The best news, EVs don't create air pollution. Imagine all the clean, healthy air if we all drove EVs. Last but not least, they are really fun to drive. Powerful, fast, and quiet. Take a test drive and discover the EV grin. The biggest question most people ask is about the battery range and how to charge an EV. Battery ranges are much higher now, with most new models over 200 miles on a full charge. And it's easier to charge than you might think. You can charge at home using a standard household outlet. There are also many regular and super fast charging stations popping up all over and expanding quickly. This makes it easier to charge quickly and extend your range for longer distance trips. There's a big effort in many areas to increase charging availability, including options for apartment and condo complexes. Check out the EV action to learn more about charging. EVs are evolving quickly and will be a low-cost option with many new models available soon. However, if you need to replace your car now and you don't find a model that is a fit for you, consider a hybrid. Plug-in hybrids let you use 100% electricity for the first 20 to 50 miles. Most people only drive 20 to 50 miles per day, so most of your driving will use electricity with a hybrid gas and electric-powered backup for longer trips. There's one more type of transportation to consider: air travel. The last action is to fly less or offset. Like cars, planes also run on fossil fuels and create carbon emissions. Today, there is no easy alternative fuel, but there are a lot of bright minds working on it. There are likely to be more options in the next 10 to 15 years. Until we have better choices for low-impact air travel, consider options to fly less whenever you can. If you have to fly, the best choice is to offset your air travel. An offset means paying a small amount of money to support a project that lowers carbon emissions to balance out your air travel. Offsets are generally affordable, less than the cost of a movie ticket for the average flight. We can't offset all of our impact and still beat climate change, so the best plan is to only use offsets for when you don't have another option. Transportation is an important part of our lives. There's so much opportunity to reduce our climate impact and save money and live cleaner, healthier lives. Your goal: mark off the actions you already do, then choose 1 to 3 new actions, add them to your list, and start making a plan to complete them. Take action today to help create a brighter and healthier future.